I want to talk to you guys today about some of my favorite things that are new in beauty this week. That's right, this week. I only have kind of half a face of makeup on because we're going to try on some stuff together. We're going to be looking at a new mini palette from Natasha Denona. An interesting, I think, really interesting, if I can find it here, new lip pencil from Urban Decay. I don't buy everything Urban Decay, but I found this one interesting enough. So stick around to hear about this guy. And I want to talk about some new from BK Beauty, which is noteworthy. But also, speaking of BK Beauty, lots of things at the Nordstrom anniversary sale that are beauty related. So lots of good stuff. Let's talk about BK Beauty. So they sent this over. This is the coolest thing. And we're going to work with BK Beauty brushes today in this video. Everyone always asks me what I recommend from BK Beauty. Complexion, 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 concealer, complexion, foundation, concealer. They're my favorite for that. Absolute favorite. But I love the eye brushes too. In fact, we're going to be using the Nikki LaRose brushes today with BK Beauty for the eye look with Natasha Denona. Love those brushes. They sent over their brand new, you got to see this, they have a brand new stand-up makeup case. It feels so soft and nice. It's in this pretty little blush color with this rose gold zipper, and you guys got to see what it does. It stands up. Oh, did you see that? It's $45 because it's very well made. It stands up, and yeah, it's really kind of cool. And then when you open it up, it's for your brushes. It's all padded, and then you push it back down and it travels like that, but then you can stand it up and pull your brushes out of it. It's really nice. I have a 10% off at BK Beauty, so use that code, but also, and I'll put that down below. And BK Beauty is also on YouTube shopping, so everything I talk about here, you guys, I will put down below in links, but also on the screen here in YouTube shopping, including anything from BK Beauty. But BK Beauty, I don't think necessarily this item, this is on their site, but you can get all sorts of bundles from them at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. Sometimes I do a Nordstrom anniversary sale video. I didn't think there was enough exciting stuff for its own video. Sometimes I even go there and walk around, but there's a lot of really cool things right now at the Nordstrom sale. If you're an icon at Nordstrom, you're already shopping. If you're an ambassador, then you started, depending on when you're watching this video, on July 15th, 16th, so influencer card members on the 16th, but everybody can shop there on the 18th of July, and it runs all the way through August, which is a nice long time. And yeah, there's often a run on a lot of the popular products at the Nordstrom anniversary sale, but there's a lot of good stuff you guys can get. You know, there's like an Armani set of liquid eyeshadows that are beautiful that you can get great savings on. Hourglass has sets. BK Beauty itself, of course, which is what made me think of the Nordstrom sale. Charlotte Tilbury, some great things. Oh, Dyson, if you're in the market for an expensive, I love my Dyson hair dryers. Love. And if you're in the market for that, now's the time. Savings through August, starting today, tomorrow, depending when you're watching this video, and depending of what tier you're on at Nordstrom. Okay, and keep BK Beauty in mind when you're there. But this is such a cool, neat little case for your brushes if you travel this summer. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, let's talk about some lip products. I thought this was really cool. I don't always, like I said, I don't always cover everything that Urban Decay does, but I did cover their lip toy product. I thought it was really pretty. This is in a video a while ago. Now there is a lip toy staining brush, staining lip liner, a brush lip liner. The staining lip liners, I love Kulfi. Summer Fridays has one. Kulfi is my favorite. This is a new take on it. These are not the kind that you put on and peel off or anything like that, but they do stain. I like the Kulfi version, but this one is interesting. Let me tell you why. So it's $25, comes in 6 shades. This is the shade Sass. I am going to show it to you in the warm California sunshine. I have it swatched with our Natasha Denona palette, so just hold on till we get to there. But let me just show you what's cool about this. It is a brush, and a lot of lip liners have a brush on the other side. Makeup by Mario comes to mind right away. This one has the pigment in the brush, which is kind of cool. This is the shade Sass. So basically you turn it here and it produces pigment at the top, and then you paint it on. Now, that's the shade Sass. Now you use the tip if you want to just line, but you can also lay it on its side. You can fill in the whole lip with it, or you can kind of do an ombre look. And you can use it with the lip toy. This is like I said, I reviewed this before, but this is like a shiny pigmented gloss. It's actually really nice. So let's play with it and try it. You will see it outside in the sun, this Sass shade. So we're going to get up a lot of it, and then I'll try to use it here. I got it. It's like a watercolor. I better not talk, huh? Because it's a stain. Let me see if I can do like an ombre. And then I could fill it in. Okay, let me do it again. I'm going to speed it up because I can't talk when I do it because it's a stain. Really easy to fill in. Oh, that looks better, doesn't it? And really comfy. I don't feel anything, nor does it feel drying. And it applies kind of like a watercolor if you ever paint with watercolor brushes. So I thought this was interesting enough to cover. It's not like I thought, oh, it's just another kind of lip stain. I thought it was really nice. And you might look at me and go, Rebecca, you could have more coverage on your lips. They're a little blotchy. Yeah, but usually you'd put something over it, like maybe the lip toy itself from Urban Decay. I'll show you. See, that's really enhanced with the liner underneath. Isn't that nice? Kind of nice. All right, Natasha Denona. She has a mini out. I haven't heard a lot of you. I haven't been inundated in DMs asking for a review of this, but it's Natasha Denona, so it deserves it. I know if you've been watching Instagram, you've seen that Natasha Denona does have an I Need a Cool palette coming anytime now. I don't know if it's holiday or fall. You might think you know, but you don't. There's conflicting rumors, honest. Oh, maybe you know if you work for Natasha Denona, but at any rate, it's coming soon. So get very excited about that. But let's talk about this one. This is her new mini. It's the Mini Bloom. All of the shades are new. There's no repeats here. It is kind of inspired by her larger Bloom palette, which I stupidly didn't bring out here, so here's a picture. But none of the shades are repeats. I do have the larger Bloom. I'm just a lazy butt. But here it is. This time her mini is $29. You know, these used to be $25. For a while they were $27. So this is inspired by the larger Bloom palette. I'm going to show you some minis that I think it's similar to. Those I got out. I don't know what I was thinking with the larger one. It's inspired by, but these are different shades. Here we are outside in the warm California sunshine. There's the Mini Bloom. All the colors on my arm. I'm going to go in the shade, Natural Lighting, and then into the sun. And that little squiggly line to the right of the palette by my wrist, that is the Sass shade in the Urban Decay Lip Toy Staining Brush. Pretty cool, huh? Very pretty. Do you know what it reminds me of? A little bit of the Mini Rose. If you have that, you might not need this. Here's the Mini Rose. First of all, if you have the Bloom, you probably don't need this. They're not the same shades, but there's the Mini Rose. Kind of reminds me of the Mini Starlet. Not incredibly, but a little bit, right? Mini Starlet is here. Mini Zendo, for sure. I mean, the Zendo has a kind of a more of a silver, tries to go cooler. But here's our Mini Zendo. And here's our new Mini Bloom. And of course, if you have the original, 29 bucks, worth a treat. Let's try it on. And in the spirit of the beautiful new bag BK Beauty sent over, I bought everything else here. And Natasha Denona, if you're using it for the first time, I also have a REBECCACRINGEAN code that I'll put on the screen here that you can use to get savings. I don't have an Urban Decay code, but I have BK Beauty. And I have Natasha Denona, so you might as well use it. Okay, let's use these cool Nikki LaRose. Let me just go on and on because I'm a fangirl of Nikki LaRose. I've met her many times. She always remembers my name. I have no idea why. I think she is just a terrific person. I know that sounds weird. She remembers my name, so I think she's a terrific person. Yeah, I mean, why would she remember my name? But she always does. She's lovely. I just love her. You guys know that. Okay, so I'm going to put this shade right here. I'm going to use Nikki's brushes with Lisa J, another lovely person. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of cover the eye. Now, you guys know me. I am a makeup journalist. I am not a makeup artist. I grab these brushes and I just kind of use them as tools. Okay, I mean, here's a bigger one that I'm going to grab. Oop. And I'm just going to kind of use it as a tool. Not even necessarily how it's meant. If it works for me, I'm happy with it. And I think Nikki LaRose would approve of that, right? pretty. This is a pretty palette. I know you guys are like, do we really need another pink palette? Probably not. Let's go into this right here. Rebecca, are you really going to use that a ton? It's an interchangeable kind of pink palette, but it's a lovely one. It's 29 bucks. If you can afford it, I don't think you'd be unhappy with it. Let's go with this shade right here. I mean, that's pretty. Kind of evening it up a little bit. And they do say that this palette goes from day to evening. So I'm going to go real crazy. That's kind of mermaidy. I even like that with the lip. I'm kind of like summery and sparkly. So let's talk about what I recommend. This for 45 bucks, get it. Use my code to get some 10% off or whatever it is I can offer you, you guys, because that's $4.50 off and that's worth it. That's cool. So I recommend that. That was given to me, but I do highly recommend it. And I do recommend you check out the Nordstrom sale. I stock up on stuff. If you can get some shampoo, if you're looking at a Dyson product or whatever, I mean, why would you not? The Nordstrom anniversary sale is great. Okay, let's talk about a few things. Staining lip thing. How much is this? 25. The Kulfi one is still my favorite, but this is cool. I've played with it. I cheated on you guys and played with this a few days ago when it came, and it's really nice. This is a great staining lip liner. If you love a good lip liner and you like a brush, if you use brush with your lip liner, like the Mario brush and stuff, this one's got the pigment in it and it doesn't get away from you. See, my fear when I first got this is that I would turn and it would be like block, like bleh, on. No, it's very controllable if that's what you're wondering. And does it stay? Absolutely stains and stays akin to the Kulfi and the Summer Fridays. So I would say Kulfi and this one are my favorite. It wasn't that I wasn't impressed by the Summer Fridays. I just love the Kulfi one. And I like this one a lot. It's good. It's 25 bucks. It's good. Natasha. Well, it's $29. If you're a Natasha Denona completionist, it's worth your $29. If you have other pink palettes, if you have any of the minis that I mentioned earlier, or even her original Bloom, even though these are new colors. There's going to be someone out there in comments I know who's going to go, actually, there's one shade that she used in a 2002 palette, I'm sure. For the most part, for our purposes here, they're new. You could correct me if I'm wrong, and I will accept that. I'm just saying. But anyway, if you have the original, if you have any of these three that I mentioned and you're looking to save your 29 bucks for something else, 29, 25, I would do 25 on this before I would do 29 on this if you are an eyeshadow completionist and you have a lot of other pink palettes. If you got room for kind of a warm pink eyeshadow palette and you think you'll use it, it's only 29 bucks. It's Natasha Denona quality. You're not going to hate it. You're not going to go, why did I spend my $29? But if you're looking, what, 25 or 29? 25. And this is lovely. You won't regret having it. You won't regret missing it. I've done this for so long. I really do hope that I could help you guys decide what to spend your hard-earned cash on and what you don't have to. And you don't have to on this Natasha palette. And I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't already know, because I'm not being flooded with requests to see it. But it's Natasha. I wanted to show it to you, So I hope that you guys will subscribe, because I do hope that you can rely on me to be totally and completely honest with you, even though I'm an affiliate here and I get a percentage if you shop on the Natasha Denona website. I'm still telling you, you don't need it. If you're gonna get it, use my code. I would love it if you did. You don't need it. Yeah, but argue with me in comments if you want. Check out the Nordstrom sale. Tell me down below what you're looking forward to at the Nordstrom sale. I feel very pink and shiny and pretty right now, and I am quite pleased with that, actually. All right, let me know. Connect with me in comments. I'm very close with my community. Talk to me over on Instagram and Threads, of course, TikTok. We have a membership, right here on YouTube, and I lead lives every Friday. I would love to see you guys there, but of course we can chat in comments. Make sure that you stay with this channel and are subscribed, and I will see all of you in lots of good stuff coming up, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Bye.